Hey, welcome to another episode of GeekOutdoors.com. Fullmetal Alchemist, the much beloved manga and anime series, is available as a live action film. Now, this movie actually came out in 2017 in Japan, and now it is available to watch through Netflix. Now, I myself, I am not a huge Fullmetal Alchemist fan. I have watched a couple of their anime episodes, but I really don't know much about it besides that it is two brothers. One is Ed, who is the Fullmetal Alchemist, and his younger brother Al, who actually is a suit of armor. And so the movie, as far as I can tell, it tries to stay true to a lot of what the manga and anime brings in terms of the main core elements of it, meaning the stories of the brothers, how Ed is trying to get a Philosopher's Stone so then he could get his younger brother Al's body back, and then also the other characters surrounding it, you know, like Colonel Mustang or General Garcia, you know, or Winry, you know, all of these other characters, the metahumans with envy, lust, gluttony, you know. And so they try to put all those characters in the movie just so that when you're watching it, if you are a fan, you'll be like, yes, those characters are in there. The environments, a lot of the CG is not bad at all. And especially with Al, I was really impressed by how they did the CG suit of armor. But everything else with this movie, it's just not good. I'll just be real. And so if you actually watch a lot of live action Japanese films that are adaptations of manga and anime, you'll notice that a lot of times the acting is just bad, okay? And in this case, it's no different. In this case, there's just really a lot of overacting, okay? A lot of screaming, a lot of exposition, and just not much there, you know? It's actually comical at some points. And also, even though their environments and the CG is pretty good, some of the other stuff is really bad, like the costumes and the wigs. It's just so bad, especially on Ed. It just doesn't look good at all, and it doesn't match with everything else that they're trying to do. And then also, since they're trying to stay so true to the characters of the manga and anime, they seem very wooden in their performances, okay? And so I don't really think that the actors and actresses in this movie, it's really the fault of their acting abilities. I just think because they were, I guess, restricted on how much they could act, okay? Because pretty much throughout this whole movie, the acting was consistently overacted and just bad. You know, not once did I really believe these characters, and they were just kind of going through the motions. Now, in terms of the special effects and stuff, it reminded me a lot of Harry Potter, okay? And they do take elements from the Harry Potter film. Obviously, it's not at those levels in terms of quality, but it is pretty good for what it is. The only thing I was disappointed about in terms of effects, there really weren't that many action moments, okay? Especially, you were expecting a lot of battles between them and the artificial metahumans, but there really wasn't that much, you know? And then whenever you do get into these battles, most of the times they were very boring and predictable, okay? And so if it seems like I'm like knocking this actual movie, I am, because it just was not good, okay? And I'm trying to think of any other good elements out of it, but the only good element that I could think of is Al, you know, the actual CG suit of armor, okay? He was the best thing about this movie. Had a lot of character, and the voice that goes along with it, it does really well in conveying emotions along with the whole CG character, you know? And also some of the environments and look, I really enjoyed that as well. But everything else, I was absolutely bored, you know? I was just waiting for this film to end, unfortunately. There was really never any moment in this whole movie that I actually cared about the human characters. Like I said, I only cared about Al. And then the story itself was just so predictable. You know, it just didn't make you want to watch it. You know, it's kind of hard for me to even finish this because it seemed like such a horrible B movie instead of something that was based upon a really popular manga and anime. Now, this isn't anything new because if you watch a lot of, like I said, live action movies based upon animes, most of the times they're just horrible. You know, just think of things like Attack of the Titans, you know, such a huge property. And Fullmetal Alchemist has been around for a long time. And so for them to come out with a live film that is of this quality, it's really disappointing. So overall, the Fullmetal Alchemist film just did not live up to the heritage of both the manga and the anime. You know, and hopefully if they do make a sequel on this, which I don't think they will, hopefully they'll do a better job of not only with the acting, but also the story as well. So then you get more of the great elements that both the manga and the anime had. And so if you had any thoughts on Fullmetal Alchemist or any other live adaptations of manga or anime that you've seen, be sure to leave it in the comments area below. And as always, if you did get value out of these videos, be sure to subscribe. And if you wanted to support my channel further, you could do that at patreon.com/Geek Outdoors. Thanks for checking out this episode. And as always, if you like these videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button. And for full written content, audio content, and additional geek stuff, head over to geekoutdoors.com. And I'll see you outdoors on the very next episode.